Today, the angels have a profound and revealing message for you, something that goes far beyond appearances, unspoken words, and even the silences that this person has chosen to maintain. You have been questioning yourself, feeling that slight anguish in your heart and wondering why this special person seems to avoid your gaze, turning away from the moments when your eyes could meet. It's as if something is blocking the connection between you, as if they are hiding something, and this sensation, although vague, is unsettling. Get ready, because what is to come will illuminate these doubts and bring to light a truth that will deeply touch your heart. The angels see everything, every gesture of yours, every thought and every feeling that, even in silence, is perceived by them. They feel your desire to understand what is happening, to comprehend the motivations behind this strange behavior that this special person has been showing. And today, they are here to reveal the true reason why this person has been avoiding your gaze. And believe me, it is not something simple, but rather something that involves a mixture of emotions, fears, and above all, an internal battle that they are fighting with themselves. Since you met, there has been an intense exchange, a connection that seemed to surpass logical explanations. The angels say that they noticed something in you that stirred their heart in a profound and unexpected way. And it is precisely this intensity that now scares them. Looking into your eyes is, for them, opening a door to feelings that they cannot control, emotions that they barely know how to handle. It's as if, by locking eyes with you, they see reflected all the vulnerability they try to hide from the world. This visual avoidance is not a sign of disinterest, quite the opposite. Angels say that this person is being confronted with feelings that leave them disoriented, and this is a defensive reaction. They are afraid that by looking directly at you, all the feelings they have been trying to suppress may come to the surface and expose them in a way they are not ready to accept. For them, looking into your eyes is like looking into a mirror that reflects parts of themselves they are not yet prepared to face. This person carries an emotional burden, something that comes from past wounds, perhaps previous relationships or painful experiences that still resonate in their heart. Angels show that they fear opening their heart completely, as it would expose them to a possible pain they are still unsure if they want to relive. There is a struggle between what they feel for you and the memories of what they have already gone through. And for them, the eyes are the window to the soul. By avoiding you, they are trying to protect themselves, avoiding the possibility of you seeing their deepest weaknesses and fears. Angels want you to know that this person feels much more than they let on, and that is precisely why they have been avoiding looking at you directly. It's as if they are trying to keep a barrier between you, an unconscious defense that protects them from opening their heart completely. But at the same time, this protection prevents them from fully experiencing the connection they feel for you. Angels see this internal struggle and want you to understand that it is not your fault, that none of this has anything to do with any mistake you made. On the contrary, they tell you that you have awakened something so true and intense that they now find themselves at an emotional crossroads. This person is currently going through a process of self-discovery, where they need to confront their own shadows, fears, and insecurities. It's as if they are standing in front of a mirror seeing all the parts of themselves they have avoided looking at for so long. And you, with your presence and essence, have been the catalyst for this awakening. They feel that by their side, they could experience something real, something pure, but at the same time, it means confronting parts of themselves they still try to hide. The angels reveal that they are slowly learning that they need to set aside these fears in order to experience love in a full way. They show that this person is going through an internal conflict that leaves them torn between the desire to open up and the resistance to show their weaknesses. They fear that by allowing themselves to be vulnerable, they might get hurt, and this battle between the heart and reason is what keeps them from maintaining eye contact. It's not a matter of lack of feelings, but rather a struggle with their own limitations. They ask you to continue being that light, to have patience, and to keep an open heart. This phase is crucial for the emotional and spiritual development of both. The angels are guiding them, even if they are not aware of it, so that they have the courage to open up, to see that true love is worth any risk, any fear. This is a healing journey, where they need to strip off the masks and allow the most genuine part of their heart to come to the surface. The angels also ask you not to give up, for they are working to dissolve these barriers and bring to the surface the whole truth of this feeling. They want you to understand that often, souls that connect so deeply face difficulties precisely because the depth of what they feel challenges the barriers of the ego. And that's exactly what is happening with that person. They feel that by your side, they can be themselves, but at the same time, it terrifies them because it means leaving behind the protections they have built over the years. Every unspoken word, every silence, and every avoidance of eye contact actually represent the fear of the unknown, the fear that by opening up, they may get lost in the vastness of this feeling. But the angels say that even if they try to avoid it, true love is a force that transcends any barrier. And this force is acting in their life, making them rethink, awaken to something greater. It won't be an easy path, but the angels assure that this is the beginning of a transformation that will bring you closer in an even more intense and profound way. The angels want you to keep the faith, for everything is unfolding according to the divine plan. They assure you that soon this person will begin to understand that they cannot run away from the truth of what they feel, that they cannot continue hiding behind fears and insecurities. They are preparing the ground so that, at the right moment, they can look into your eyes, and when that happens, you will see the intensity of what they have kept in their heart, a truth that, until now, they did not know how to reveal. Trust the angels and the process. This visual distancing is not the end, but a step towards healing, a necessary phase for them to reconcile with their own emotions and allow themselves to fully live what they feel without reservations. This is a journey where both are being guided towards true love, a love that transcends all barriers. And you are a fundamental part of this transformation, as it was you who brought light to the shadows they feared facing. Now that you understand what the angels have revealed about this visual distance, it is important that you grasp the depth of the internal transformations this person is going through. The angels show that there is much more behind this resistance than just fear. There is a story, past experiences that have shaped their heart and led them to build barriers around their feelings. They carry old wounds that often haven't even had the opportunity to heal, and therefore fear surrendering to a love they find overwhelming. For them, looking into your eyes is like opening a door that leads them to confront memories they would rather keep hidden. It's as if by fixing their gaze on yours, they see reflected all the parts of themselves they have always avoided facing. Perhaps they have been deeply disappointed in previous relationships, suffered emotional traumas, or experienced a loneliness that taught them to build walls around their heart to protect themselves. And now, in front of you, they feel a strong desire to break down these defenses, but the internal struggle to stay safe still speaks louder. The angels say that, even if they want to keep this distance, there is a part of them that deeply desires connection. They feel a genuine attraction, an admiration for your authenticity, and the light you emanate. The truth is that deep down, they know that by your side, they could experience true love, something they have only dreamt of. But this feeling also terrifies them because it puts them in a position of vulnerability they are not used to dealing with. The angels want you to know that this person perceives your presence as transformative, as an invitation to heal all that they have repressed for so long. The issue is that they need to find the courage to open up, to face the fears that have been preventing them from truly being happy. It's not something that will happen overnight, but the angels are working for them to realize that with you, they can be themselves, without masks, without barriers. This process is delicate, and the angels ask you to have patience because true change requires time and commitment. The light you have brought into their life is intense and true, but it is also challenging. They see in you not only love, but an opportunity for redemption, for healing. And this makes them feel both drawn and scared, torn between the desire to get closer and the impulse to keep their distance to preserve their comfort zone. This person is currently in a phase of deep reflection, revisiting moments from the past that still echo in their mind and influence their decisions in the present. They question what they truly desire, what they are willing to sacrifice to fully live what they feel. And although it's hard for them to admit, they know that this connection with you is not fleeting, that the feeling they hold for you is stronger than any fear they have. The angels are by their side, guiding each of their steps, illuminating the path for them to find the clarity and courage they need. They know they have the potential to surrender to this love, but they also understand that this surrender requires a level of trust they have not yet been able to reach. They know that, to experience something true with you, they will have to let go of the defenses that have kept them safe but have also prevented them from truly being happy. At this point, the angels ask you to continue sending light and love to this person, even if the distance seems painful. The connection between you is real and powerful, and your patience and understanding are essential to help them in this process of self-discovery and healing. They remind you that when souls are truly connected, there are no barriers that can separate them, and this person, no matter how hard they try, will not be able to avoid the love they feel for you forever. You are to them an anchor of light and security, someone they know they can trust, even if they are not yet ready to openly admit it. The angels say that they need to feel this security, this certainty that you will be there waiting, without haste and without demands, for them to find their way back to your heart. They want you to keep the faith because this process, although time-consuming, is awakening in them a new understanding of what truly matters in life. The strength of this connection is propelling them to confront the deepest parts of their soul, parts they have tried to hide or ignore for a long time. They are, even without realizing it, being guided to understand that true love requires courage, surrender, and above all, sincerity. The angels want you to understand that this whole process is preparing the ground for them to finally allow themselves to look into your eyes without fear, without resistance, only with the truth of what they feel. What is at stake now is a soul decision. They feel that by their side, they can experience an authentic story, but they know that this implies leaving behind everything that has held them back until now. And even though the process is slow, the angels are unraveling every layer of fear and insecurity they have built, so that they feel confident enough to dive into this love. At this moment, the angels ask you to focus your energies on inner peace, with the certainty that true love always finds its way. They are taking care so that they can understand that what they feel for you is a gift, and that by looking into your eyes, they will see not only human love but a divine connection. This is the force that is transforming their life, even though they are not fully aware of it yet. Stay strong and calm, for what is to come is a reward for your patience and for the love you have nurtured. Soon, the angels assure you, they will realize that they cannot continue avoiding the gaze that makes them feel complete. What is in your eyes is more than they could find anywhere else, and this truth, little by little, is being engraved in their heart. The angels are by your side, ready to guide them back to you when they finally decide to confront their own fears and live the love that destiny has prepared. The angels now wish for them to understand even more about the complexity of the feelings that this person carries. By averting their gaze, they are not only trying to conceal what they feel, but also avoiding confronting their own vulnerabilities. This distancing, which at times may seem like a sign of indifference or lack of interest, is actually a reflection of a soul that feels challenged by the intensity of a connection that cannot be controlled. For them, looking into your eyes is like opening a gateway to everything they can't say. It's allowing you to see directly the turmoil of emotions they hold, and that's why they try to maintain this visual barrier, as if it could protect both of you from the feelings they can't tame. The angels reveal that deep down, they feel that you are someone who can see beyond the masks they wear. They know that you have a sensitivity and intuition that go beyond words, and by looking directly into your eyes, you could see the most hidden parts of their being. This idea, although it brings a deep desire for closeness, also scares them because they don't feel ready yet to expose their entire essence. They fear that by doing so, they might get lost or lose control over the walls they have built around themselves to protect themselves. This person carries scars from a past marked by disappointments and fears that were never truly resolved. They have learned to use distancing as a form of protection, a way to prevent others from touching them so deeply that they become vulnerable. But the angels affirm that, no matter how much they try to maintain this distance, the strength of this connection is so intense that little by little, it is dissolving the barriers they have created. It's as if your presence is a light that illuminates the darkest corners of their heart, and they start to realize that this darkness they feared so much is actually just a shadow that can be dissolved with love and understanding. This is a journey of healing for both of them. The angels show that this person is going through a process of inner renewal, a transformation that requires them courage and surrender. They subtly realize that their presence is not a coincidence in their life, but a divine calling for them to abandon the fears that keep them trapped. The intensity of the feelings you awaken in them is a kind of mirror, reflecting what they most desire and at the same time fear the most. And at this moment, they are faced with a dilemma: to remain in their comfort zone, where control seems within reach, or to risk moving towards a love that can completely transform them. The angels ask them to understand that this decision is not easy for them, and that the time they are taking to process all of this is an essential part of their personal growth. They want you to know that every gesture of patience and understanding you offer is an energy that surrounds them and encourages them to take the next step. They know you are waiting, that there is an acceptance in your gaze, an acceptance that makes them feel safe and welcomed. However, at the same time, this feeling challenges them because they have never allowed themselves to open up so deeply to someone like you. There is a battle going on within them, a struggle between the fear of being vulnerable and the will to completely surrender to true love. And you, with your presence, represent the possibility of a new beginning, of a love they have always dreamed of but never believed possible for them. The angels are present beside both of them, guiding their hearts so that, in due time, they find the courage to face their own fears and allow love to flourish without barriers. They want you to continue to be that source of serenity and understanding, to help them see that they don't need to be afraid of being themselves by their side. The angels know that when they finally have the courage to look into your eyes and hold the gaze, it will be a moment of revelation, an instant where they will realize that nothing needs to be hidden, that the love they feel is stronger than any fear. They say that this moment will be a milestone, a point of transformation where they will finally understand that what exists between you is more powerful than any insecurity. This person is at a crucial stage in their life, where every step is a step towards overcoming their own limits. And you are for them a constant inspiration, a reminder that true love is possible and that they don't need to protect themselves from something that could be the greatest blessing of their life. The angels ask you to observe them with compassion, to continue to send thoughts of love and security, because that is exactly what they need most right now. The angels are working to remove the emotional blocks that have prevented them from fully opening up, and they ask you to believe in the process. They assure you that when they finally look into your eyes without reservation, you will see a side of them that few have had the privilege of knowing. This is the vulnerable side, the one that dreams, that believes in love, but that has been suppressed for so long out of fear of getting hurt. When they allow this part of themselves to surface, it will be the beginning of a new phase, where they can embrace what they feel with freedom and confidence. And this moment is not far away. The angels say that changes are happening now, gradually but consistently. They are clearing the way, removing the remnants of fear and doubt that still linger, so that they can approach you with an open heart. Keep their light shining and continue to be an example of courage and faith, as they are learning through you. The angels inspire them to be the bridge that connects them to true love and guides them towards what their heart desires. They want you to trust and know that all the effort and patience you have shown is not in vain. This process, although lengthy, is preparing the ground for a love that transcends any barrier, and when they finally feel ready, you'll be ready to live a connection that goes beyond the imaginable. They will no longer be able to look away, as they will see in your eyes the reflection of true love, something they have always longed for but never found. This is the gift that the angels are preparing for you, a journey of love and growth that is only possible when two souls are truly connected. The angels ask you to continue to believe and to send love, as this is what they need most to finally free themselves from the fears that have kept them trapped. Now, the angels wish for you to understand the depth of the importance you represent in this person's life. To them, you are not just a common presence, but a symbol of something much greater, something that transcends logical understanding. They see in you a possibility of redemption, a love they are afraid of losing, but also fear living to its full potential. This duality confuses them and keeps them distant, but at the same time, the angels show that your presence has been a beacon in the midst of the internal storms they face. They know, even unconsciously, that by their side they would have the chance to experience authentic love, something that goes far beyond the superficial relationships they have known so far. But this understanding also brings up issues that they have difficulty facing. The angels show that they have already realized that the intensity of what they feel for you challenges them to break free from old patterns that they use as defense mechanisms to avoid getting fully involved. They understand that, to live by your side, they would need to strip themselves of these defenses and show themselves in their essence, something they are still learning to do. There is a part of them that still struggles to maintain control, to prevent this vulnerability from surfacing. For them, looking into your eyes would be like handing over a part of themselves that they have kept hidden for so long. But the angels are working for them to realize that this control is just an illusion, that true love can only be experienced when there is complete surrender. They want you to know that this process of self-discovery they are going through is profound, and, even though it may seem slow, it is leading them to internal liberation. The angels guide them at every moment, and say that they are beginning to realize that the love they feel for you is stronger than any fear they may have. It is a feeling that, even if they try to ignore or suppress, resurfaces with greater intensity. They realize, as the days go by, that you are someone unique, someone who has brought a new light into their life, and this truth is becoming increasingly clear. The angels are by their side, helping them see that they do not need to be afraid of being loved and of loving in return. This journey of emotional and spiritual growth is also a preparation for something greater. The angels ask them to continue to be patient, for every moment of waiting is strengthening their connection. They show that this internal transformation they are going through will lead them to an awakening, where they will finally understand that the security they seek is not in hiding, but in opening up to true love. And when this awakening happens, they will no longer see the need to avoid their gaze, as they will have found the confidence they needed to surrender. At this moment, they are being confronted with their own emotional limitations, and the angels are by their side to guide them through this discovery. They want you to keep sending thoughts of light and serenity to them, as this energy is what helps them take steps towards what they feel for you. Even if they still seem distant or evasive, the angels assure that this connection is strengthening every day, and that soon they will have the clarity needed to embrace this love. The angels also ask you to look at this process with compassion, for their journey is challenging and requires immense effort to detach from fears that have been cultivated for years. They want you to know that every gesture of patience and support you offer is a bridge that leads them back to their heart. They feel your presence even when not physically close, and this encourages them to continue, not to give up on the love that is beginning to bloom in their chest. The presence of angels is constant, and they are removing the obstacles that still prevent them from fully opening up. They are working to dissolve the barriers they have built around their heart so that they realize that you are the person they have always searched for but never found before. It is a transformation that happens gradually, but slowly preparing them for a true and complete surrender. When they finally allow themselves to look into your eyes, you will see that all the distance they tried to maintain was actually a reflection of their own internal struggle. The angels assure you that this moment is near, and when it arrives, it will be like a release, a full acceptance of the love they feel for you. They will understand that there is no reason to run away anymore, that the peace they seek can only be found by your side. The angels also ask you to keep your heart open to receive this love, because their transformation will be so profound that they will come to you with an intensity and sincerity that will touch the deepest part of your being. They will have the courage to be themselves without fear, and you will see in their eyes the truth of a love that has been shaped by time, patience, and the support you provided. This love will be a blessing, a divine gift carefully prepared so that both of you can experience it in its entirety. Now is the time to trust what the angels are revealing to you. They ask you to continue sending light and love to this person because every positive thought and every gesture of compassion are essential for their continued progress. They know that the wait can be difficult, but they ensure you that it will be worth it because what is to come will be a love that transcends all barriers, a feeling that will fill your lives with peace, joy, and harmony. The angels also remember that this connection is not common, and that both were chosen to experience something special, something that was planned long before they met. They ask you to trust the journey and keep the faith, for everything that is happening now is part of a divine plan. When they finally open up, you will realize that every moment of waiting, every moment of uncertainty, was essential to strengthen this union. Prepare your heart, for the angels say that the love that is about to bloom between you two is rare, a love that is only possible when two souls are deeply connected. They are preparing everything so that, at the right moment, this person looks directly into your eyes and sees not only you, but a true love that is beyond words, a feeling that only grows and strengthens over time. The angels now come closer to bring a final message, something you need to hear to fully understand the journey you are about to live alongside this person. They want you to know that every step, every moment of waiting, and every small act of patience were essential for this true love to find its place in their heart. The transformation they are going through is intense and profound, and when the right moment comes, you will together experience a connection that transcends everything mundane and reaches the spiritual. This person is slowly finding within themselves the courage to allow themselves to love, to allow themselves to live a relationship that requires complete surrender. The angels want you to know that, at the end of this journey of discovery, they will come to you with an open heart and willing to live something they never thought possible. You will be to them the representation of true love, a love they have always sought but, due to fear or lack of faith, have never been able to achieve in past relationships. The moment they finally look directly into their eyes will be a landmark for both. At that instant, you will feel all the intensity of what they have kept and repressed for so long. The angels say that this look will be like a rebirth, where all doubts and fears finally dissolve, and the love they feel will be able to flow freely, without barriers or resistance. It will be the beginning of a new phase, where what seemed impossible will become real and tangible. The angels show that this love will not only be a feeling, but a journey of growth and elevation for both. You will learn together, grow together, and discover that true love is one that builds, heals, and brings peace. Each exchanged look will be a reminder of the spiritual connection that unites you, a connection that transcends the limitations of the physical world and is sustained by the divine plan. In this love, you will find a peace that cannot be found elsewhere. They will see in you their companion, the person who is destined to be by their side, and you will see in them the courage and surrender of someone who faced their own shadows to live by your side. The angels ask that you be prepared to welcome this love, for it will be profound, transformative, and eternal. This journey, which began with distance and silences, is now about to reach a point of fullness. The angels assure that what is reserved for you is something rare, an experience of love that few have the opportunity to live. They ask that you continue to keep your heart open, for the love that is coming is a gift from the universe, a recognition for all that you have offered in terms of patience, understanding, and support. Deep within their heart, the resistance is melting away, and they begin to realize that by their side is where they truly belong. The angels have been guiding them to this understanding, so they can comprehend that true love doesn't need to be feared, but rather lived with gratitude and surrender. They are clearing the path, removing the last traces of fear that still linger, so they can approach you with sincerity and complete surrender. This love, the angels reveal, will be a union of souls that transcends this life. You are, in fact, souls that have met before, here to fulfill a joint mission, to learn together about the power of unconditional love. This is the truth the angels wanted you to know, that the love between you is eternal, something that is not limited by time or the circumstances of this life. When they finally allow themselves to look into your eyes and accept what they feel, you will see a complete transformation. They will be a new person, someone who has learned by your side that true love is worth any sacrifice. This love they will finally accept will be the answer to the prayers and hopes both of you have carried throughout the years. The angels say that when this happens, you will feel at peace, knowing that every moment of waiting was worth it. Now the angels ask you to leave an affirmation in the comments to seal this transformation. Write something that resonates with your heart, something like, "I receive the true love that the universe has prepared for me." By doing this, you are not only affirming your faith in this process, but also strengthening the energy that binds you. This simple action will be a sign to the universe, showing that you are ready to receive the love that is on its way. Remember, dear soul, the angels are by your side at every step of this journey. They celebrate your patience, your strength, and the love that they kept alive, even when it seemed distant. They are preparing the perfect moment for both of you to live this love without barriers, without fear, only with the purity of two souls that have come together to shine together. True love, the love that the angels are bringing to you, is a love that heals, transforms, and takes both of you to a new dimension of happiness and fulfillment. Be ready to receive, as the universe is already conspiring for you to live this deep and special connection. Before concluding, the angels want you to understand something profound, a secret whispered directly to your soul. You have been guided here for a purpose, to receive this message, to understand that your love and faith are powerful, capable of transforming lives and attracting everything you desire. This is a journey that does not end here because there is much more reserved for you. By opening your heart to this message, you have also opened a door to something much greater: divine guidance, constant support, the unconditional love of the angels. Now the angels ask you to take a step further, a simple yet essential step, so that this connection between you and them remains strong and vibrant. Press the subscribe button, allow their messages to reach you continuously. Think, each new video, each new message is like a reminder, a spark of light and hope that they send to guide you towards a life full of love, clarity, peace. Subscribing is saying yes to the universe, accepting the love and guidance that are prepared for you. The angels say this is their opportunity to commit to their own transformation. By signing up, they will be activating a direct channel of blessings, where each message will be an answer to the deepest questions in their heart. Allow themselves to be part of this chain of light. They are not alone. The journey is lighter when they accept that the love of the angels is with them every step of the way. Close their eyes for a moment and imagine. Every touch of light, every guidance is delivered exclusively to them, strengthening their faith and bringing serenity. By signing up, they are committing to keeping this flame alive, allowing the angelic presence to be part of their life, guiding their decisions, and strengthening their soul. Do not delay, do not put off. Click the sign up button now and allow this connection to deepen. Now, manifest their intention by writing in the comments, "I open myself to divine guidance in my life." By writing, they will be declaring to the universe that they are ready to receive all the blessings reserved for them. Every step taken with faith is a step towards their true happiness. Trust, let the angels be present on their journey. Sign up and allow this spiritual force to guide them. The next step is in their hands. The angels are waiting to continue sending their messages. Press the button and walk towards the life that they deserve, filled with light, love, and purpose.